Summer 2025 is here, and that means that the big blockbuster movies are going to be coming out over the next couple months. And so we're going to go ahead and break those down and talk about them. I'm actually going to rank them by my excitement level. This is just my opinion of how excited I am for these movies when they hit theaters. Let's talk about it. So the first one up, I'm going to cheat a little bit. This isn't necessarily a blockbuster, but I am a huge Wes Anderson fan. And anytime he has a movie coming out, it's going to be on a list because I think he's very unique. I think that he puts out very creative films. So I'm going to go ahead and put The Phoenician Scheme on this list. Not necessarily ranked, but I'm going to put The Phoenician Scheme on here because it looks hilarious. Man, this has a stacked cast. We have Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, Benicio del Toro, Rupert Friend, Jeffrey Wright, Scarlett Johansson, Benedict Cumberbatch, Riz Ahmed, Michael Cera, and I mean, the list goes on and on. There's so many people just in this film. Some of them will probably just make, little cameos here and there. But I am excited for this new Wes film. It's going to be really cool. It's co-written by Roman Coppola and Wes Anderson. And the basic premise of this film, it looks like Benicio del Toro is a very wealthy man, and he ends up getting into a plane crash, and they're dealing with where his inheritance is going to go, things like that. It looks very quirky, straight up just a Wes Anderson. Really fun film, so looking forward to it. So we're going to go ahead and start the ranking now. And I have 11 on the list. And coming in at number 11 is the live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch. Again, I am excited about this one. I think the trailer looks great. I think they know what they're doing. They've put a lot of thought into exactly how they want this movie to feel and look like, and the character designs and the actresses and actors that they have cast. I think they've been really, really smart about it and taken their time with it. Again, it's a Disney live-action remake. I'm not necessarily really on board with those. I mean, Snow White just came out. So, my excitement level isn't like super high, but I think it'll be entertaining. So that's why Lilo and Stitch comes in at number 11. And coming right in at number 10 for me is The Accountant 2. The first Accountant, it came out over 10 years ago. It was actually really good. It didn't make that much money, but it kind of has a cult following a little bit. A lot of people are really on board with it. Basically, Ben Affleck plays an accountant at a firm, but he also is an assassin. The thing that makes him interesting and stands out, he's just not like a John Wick. Basically, this guy is on the spectrum, autism. And his character is really unique, the way he handles situations, the way he goes about living life. And the first film did a really good job at fleshing out how Ben Affleck grew up and how he feels and how he became who he is, becoming this assassin and everything. If you haven't seen the first film, definitely highly recommend you go check it out. It is on Amazon Prime right now because this one looks great. It looks really good. John Barenthal is also back in this sequel. He plays Ben Affleck's brother, and J.K. Simmons is back in this one as well. So I'm looking forward to this one. It has had a few screenings already, and people are saying that it steps up the action level, the intensity. The stakes are higher in this one, and people are liking it. So I'm very excited for this one. Coming in at number 9 on my excitement level in my ranking is Ballerina, a John Wick story. And this is such an interesting film that's going to be coming out because John Wick is a huge franchise. It's very popular. It spans so many sequels. and even a spin-off TV show, which I haven't watched that. I haven't heard great things about it. But this one, Ballerina, stars Ana de Armas, and she is an assassin just like John Wick. And it takes place between John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. And Keanu Reeves is going to be making an appearance in this. He's even in the trailer that has dropped. I think there's been 2 trailers, and he's been in both of those. But it looks great. I mean, the combat in it, the fighting, the action in the trailer looks really good. They actually had the film finished, and they handed it in, and they weren't happy with it. So the Chad Stahelski, the director of the John Wick movies, he actually went and did about 3 months of reshoots and added more action into it, more style. I think that may be where they added more of Keanu Reeves into it as well. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a good movie. Hopefully, it succeeds. And I mean, I know they're wanting this to become, a ballerina universe, the female assassins. So we'll see what happens with it, but I am looking forward to it. Number 8 is How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake. Again, this is a live action remake, but this one feels different to me because it's directed by the same director as all 3 of the How to Train Your Dragon animated movies. So that already is different and interesting that the same director is helming it. So he knows the universe, he knows the tone that he wants, and he obviously loves this material because he's continued to work with it over many times over the years. I'm really looking forward to this. The trailer does look fantastic. And there have been screenings already at CinemaCon that just took place in Las Vegas about a week ago. They actually did a surprise screening of it. And from what I've heard, people are loving it. And I grew up with these films. I love them. This first one especially just really resonated with me when I first watched it growing up. So the cast looks great. I'm excited about it. Gerard Butler is back in it too. He is voicing the same guy that he played Hiccup's dad, Stoic. So I think this is going to be a really fun summer movie. And it'll be a good one for the families too. And number 7 is a Marvel movie. This is going to be Thunderbolts. And I think this looks really good. I am excited about it. The cast looks like they're having a great time, that they had a really good connection while they were making the film. And I really did enjoy, they put out this trailer about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it kind of was an A24 spin on Marvel trailers. And it was just showing all of the talent behind the film. And all of these people have worked on really good stuff. A lot of indie films. I definitely have hope for this film. And it really does look like Marvel has a lot of faith in this film as well. They have been marketing the crap out of it. So I'm really excited about it. We will see where it heads and what all happens. But I am excited to see what this team has to offer. Marvel's version of like Suicide Squad. So it looks funny, it looks good, so we'll see what happens. Number 6 on my level of excitement. This is a film that had one of the best trailers of the year so far. It was just so eerie and made you feel so uncomfortable. And that is 28 Years Later. This is the long-awaited sequel, 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. And so I'm really excited for 28 Years Later. It is directed by Danny Boyle, which is super exciting. He didn't direct the second one, so the second one isn't as well received. But the first one, it's, just praised and acclaimed for how unique of a zombie film that it is. It's also written by Danny Boyle and Alex Garland. And Alex Garland is just a great writer. He knows how to put really interesting, creative movies together. So I'm really looking forward to this. Give you a little synopsis. A group of survivors of the rage virus live on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission into the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but other survivors. So basically, it sounds like the virus has mutated, which is interesting because that is true. Viruses mutate, and they find a new way to live. And so it sounds like this is going to be very exciting and probably scary and unsettling. So again, this is a zombie film. If this isn't in your wheelhouse, I totally understand. Some people just are not into horror films or zombie films, but I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, we'll see how it is. Okay, guys, so coming in at number 5, and I'm really, really hoping that this is good, is Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, to just give you some context, I was not a fan of Jurassic World Dominion.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That kind of just really fell flat for me, was not appealing to me at all. I've rewatched it and I feel the same. I just think they went in a really wrong direction with that. Jurassic World was fine. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I actually enjoyed that one. Again, it's not as good as the original, Jurassic Park The Lost World, but I'm hoping with Rebirth, they get back on the right track. They have a good setup so far going that gives me hope. It's directed by Gareth Edwards, who is a great sci-fi director. He directed The Creator, which I believe that came out last year or the year before. And really interesting sci-fi film. He directed Star Wars Rogue One, which I enjoyed that Star Wars movie. So this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to sci-fi and fantasy and stuff like that. So I am really interested to see what he does. And so far it looks like they are taking Jurassic World, they're taking it back to its horror roots. It looks like it's gonna be pretty scary and intense. So that intrigues me. We got Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey, it looks like, as kind of the two of the main leads. Looks like they're going to this island where Dominion was, and they are going to extract DNA, from these animals. So sounds generic, but I'm hoping that it infuses fresh life into this franchise. That's really, really what I'm looking for. I am really excited about this one. Coming in at number 4 is F1. This is the new Brad Pitt movie about Formula One race car driving. If you guys haven't watched at least like the first trailer for this, go watch it. It will get you amped for this movie. It just looks so well done. It is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who directed Top Gun Maverick. And just like in Top Gun Maverick, he used cameras in the cockpit of these planes, and it gave you this sense of being in the plane and being in the cockpit, in these fighter jets. And they're doing the same thing in this film. He's putting the cameras into F1 cars, and you're going to be going around the track and experiencing these things. And I'm just really excited about it. Him and his team put together a great story for Top Gun Maverick, and I really do think they're going to do the same with this one. It looks like there's going to be some intrigue and some depth to the characters and their past and stuff like that. We have, again, Brad Pitt is the lead. We have Javier Bardem in this as well. So I'm just really looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be a great time that you have to see. You have to see it on a big screen. I'm going to try and see this one in IMAX or at least XD, because the sound design and the way it's formatted, I believe they used IMAX too. It's going to be crazy. So I'm just really excited for this one. Alrighty, my friends, so we have reached the top three, my top three most anticipated summer blockbusters.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Coming in at number 3 is Fantastic Four: First Steps. I have a lot of hope for this movie, and it looks like it's going to be so much fun, and it's going to be intriguing, and I'm just excited to see where they go with it. Now, growing up, I watched the first Fantastic Four movie. I think it came out in like 2005, something like that. I was like a junior in high school. But I watched that one quite a bit because it was one of like the first superhero movies to come out. It was Chris Evans as Human Torch, and Jessica Alba was the Invisible Woman in it. And I enjoyed it when I saw it then. Going back to it, yes, it's, very cheesy. You can tell it's very dated. But they've tried to capture, this magic from the comic books for a long time now, and it has not worked. The second one, Silver Surfer, complete dud. That did not work. An even bigger dud was Fantastic Four with Miles Teller and with why am I blanking on his name?
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
Michael B. Jordan was in that as well, and that was just a train wreck. It was a terrible movie. This one, it looks like they're doing it right. It looks like they've taken their time. They have fleshed out this universe that they want to explore and make, and I'm excited about it. We'll see what happens here. And we have Pedro Pascal, we have Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Eben Masbachrock, and Paul Walter Hauser. So there's just a lot of good things about this. And, not to mention, the music is fantastic. I'm blanking on the guy's name, but the music for this film is going to be so good. If you go watch the trailer, the music that's in it, it's going to be really, really, really good. So, super high hopes for this one, and I'm very excited to see what happens with it and what they've done. And number 2 is Superman, James Gunn's Superman. And look, I am excited about this. I have always been a big fan of Henry Cavill as Superman. I didn't have an issue with him. I thought he did a great job. And he pretty much was my Superman growing up. So I'm interested to see here what David Cornsweet does with this character. So far, the trailers, it looks like he does a great job. He looks like Superman. And the interesting thing is, James Gunn's take on this, it looks like he's going back to the hopeful Superman, the one that's optimistic, the one that's bright and colorful and is there for humanity. It looks like he's going back to the roots of Superman, like Christopher Reeve's Superman. Now, again, Henry Cavill, I was a big fan of him, and I was a big fan of Zack Snyder's Superman and what he did with Batman vs. Superman. Specifically, Man of Steel. I think that's one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. Batman vs. Superman, I really like the R-rated version of that film. I think that gave it more depth. So yeah, I am unapologetically a fan of Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, the unrated version. I liked it. And again, Zack Snyder's Justice League was fantastic. But that being said, his movies were in his wheelhouse and very niche to Zack Snyder. And he is more prone to doing dark, heavy subject matter and things like that. This one looks like it's going to be lighter. It looks like it's going to be brighter and more optimistic. So, you know, we'll see what happens, but I am really looking forward to see what James Gunn does with this character and with this new DC universe. Coming in at number 1, honestly, it's kind of no contest for me because I grew up with these films and I really love them all. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Now, when I say that I love them all, Mission Impossible 2, I don't really count that in there. It was okay. It wasn't like terrible, but it wasn't that great either. All the other films, though, this franchise just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And I mean, yes, I think it did peak when it went into Fallout. I think Fallout is probably the best. But I will say Dead Reckoning, which when it came out, Dead Reckoning was called Part 1, and this was going to be Dead Reckoning Part 2. The first Dead Reckoning didn't do very well in theaters. It only made about, I think it was like $580 million or something like that. It kind of got stomped on by Barbenheimer when Oppenheimer and Barbie came out. It was only a week apart from that, and people just forgot about it and went and saw those two movies. So they're being smarter about when this one comes out. But I thought Dead Reckoning was really good. It was a very unique take on Mission Impossible. They, with the AI twist and things like that, they took it to a different level. It wasn't just some bad guy again. No, I mean, I think every movie they constantly make little tweaks to make it more and more interesting. And in Final Reckoning, it looks like it's no different. It looks like Tom Cruise has literally stepped up the stunt game ridiculously, and I'm very excited to see what he does. In the trailers, we've already seen a few things that he's done that are insane. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of these films and Ethan Hunt and the crew that they have. They're kind of like family dynamic and how much they care about each other. I think that's something, that emotional thread that runs through it, that makes it really engaging as well. But Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, this comes in at number 1 for me. I'm stoked for it. We'll see if it's the last one. We'll see if it's the final reckoning. I don't know. We shall see. Maybe they'll let him come back when he's like 80 and like do, you know, some old man parkour or something.
I'm right behind you, Andy. Come on. Yeah.
Parkour.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Those were my summer 2025 blockbuster film rankings, my excitement rankings. And I'm curious, like, what are you guys? What movie are you looking forward to this summer? What's your number 1? What is your most anticipated? Whatever it is, leave it down below, comment, let me know. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I am going to be going to check out Warfare on Saturday. And so that'll be coming up. And there are a couple other movies that are coming out that I'm stoked to see. But yeah, thank you guys again. And y'all keep going and keep it up.